So many called me a dreamer, a fool, a madman, while a deluded, myopic world scoffed at every one of my ideas. If hate could be turned into electricity, it would be enough to light up the entire world. I don't care that they stole my idea. I care that they don't have any of their own. If you wish to find the secrets of the universe, think in terms of energy, frequency, and vibration. The world calls a man mad long before it calls him ahead of his time. The dreamer is mocked only until the invention works. Then he is called ahead of his time. The hard work of the future will be pushing buttons, while intuition quietly stays a step ahead of accurate knowledge. In continuous loneliness, the mind grows sharper and sharper, for ideas are born where no outside influence can reach them. I chose solitude not because I disliked people, but because I loved the truth more. I have never regretted the years I spent alone, for they were the years I spent closest to the truth. There is a difference between being alone and being lonely. One is peace, the other is only a feeling passing through. What one man calls God, another calls the laws of physics, and both are searching for the same silence behind the noise. We are all one, only ego, belief, and fear convince us that we are separate at all. The smallest action of the smallest creature sends ripples that reshape the entire universe. The scientists of today think deeply instead of clearly, but one must be sane to think clearly and yet quite insane to think deep. Our virtues and our failings are inseparable, like force and matter. When they separate, man is no more. Life will forever remain an equation incapable of solution, but within it, we hold a few known and precious factors. To chase money is to chase shadows. To chase truth is to chase something that never runs out. I did not seek comfort, for comfort dulls the mind, and a dull mind invents nothing of value. I never wasted a moment chasing comfort, for comfort has never invented anything worth remembering. My belief is firm in the law of compensation. True rewards arrive only in proportion to the labor and sacrifice made. I have failed more times than most men have tried, and called every failure a lesson well paid for. Every failure taught me something the world's praise never could, and so I welcomed failure as a teacher. I have walked through more failures than most men dream of successes, and still I call my life a fortunate one. A new idea should never be judged by its immediate results, for its true value unfolds only across time. What the world calls impossible today, it will call inevitable tomorrow. I've often been wrong about small things, but rarely wrong about the direction of the future. I did not build for applause in my lifetime. I built for a future I would never live to see. I built for 100 years ahead, knowing the present would rarely understand why. I built for the century that would understand me, knowing full well it was not my own. I never asked the future for permission. I simply built what it would one day need. A man's work will outlive his name, if only he cares more for the work than the name. I built machines to serve mankind, not to be remembered by it. My work was never about being remembered. It was about being useful long after I was gone. I built inventions to outlast me, because ideas, unlike men, do not have to die. A man who listens only to the noise around him will never hear the idea trying to reach him. I have never trusted noise to carry truth. Truth prefers to travel through silence instead. I have spoken to silence more than to men, and silence has taught me more than men ever could. Ideas visited me most often at midnight, when the world had finally stopped talking. The stars kept me company on nights when the world had already gone to sleep on my ideas. The greatest ideas arrive uninvited, usually in the hours when the world has gone quiet. My greatest inventions came not from money, but from nights when only my thoughts kept me company. The greatest laboratory a man owns is the quiet space between his own two ears. Every invention I built first lived complete inside the quiet laboratory of my own mind. To understand nature is to understand humility, for she reveals her secrets only to the patient. Nothing deserves human attention more than nature itself, for to understand her laws is the highest goal of the mind. I did not build machines to conquer nature. I built them to finally understand her. I built not for wealth but for wonder. and wonder has paid me more than gold ever could. The secret to being creative is learning to be alone, for it is only in solitude that true ideas are born. I guess I'll keep going until I drop dead, for the great mysteries of existence still remain unsolved. I was ridiculed for ideas that later powered the world. So I no longer measure truth by how many believe it. I do not fear being misunderstood. I fear only never having tried to be understood at all. A mind fed only on other men's opinions will never produce a single original thought. The mind that seeks truth alone finds it faster than the mind that seeks approval. I never needed a crowd to validate an idea, only enough silence to hear if it was true. I've never needed applause to know I was right. Time itself has always been my only judge. A man who works only for today's applause builds nothing that lasts beyond tomorrow. The future does not belong to the loud. It belongs to the patient and the precise. A man ahead of his century must learn to walk without the comfort of company. A man who fears solitude will never discover what his own mind is capable of. Solitude is not empty. It is simply full of things that a crowded room could never hold. To think clearly, a man must first be willing to sit alone with an unfinished idea. The quiet hours of the night gave me more than the loud hours of the day ever could. A single thought, held long enough in silence, can outweigh a lifetime of scattered conversation. The mind that never rests in silence will never hear the answer waiting inside it. I have lived among sparks and silence and found more honesty in both than in most men's words. To truly know one another, we must reach beyond the narrow sphere of what our senses can perceive. Our brains carry sensitive cells that feel the truth long before the truth is ready to be known. I do not think of the past. I do not dwell on the future. I live only in the invention that is forming in my mind right now. As I look back on the events of my life, I see how quietly the smallest influences shaped my destiny. When a natural inclination becomes a passionate desire, a man moves toward his goal in 7-league boots. Energy does not lie, and neither does effort. Both return in the end exactly what was given. I trusted my instincts over my income, and that decision cost me comfort but bought me truth. I did not fear poverty as much as I feared a mind left unused and an idea left unexplored. I have given more to the world than I ever kept for myself, and I do not count that a loss. I gave the world alternating current and asked for nothing but the chance to keep working. The mind, like electricity, needs a clear path, or its brilliance will scatter and go to waste. Every spark of electricity taught me something about life. It is invisible until it is needed most. I have seen greater wonders in a single spark of electricity than most men see in a lifetime of comfort. I've always believed the universe speaks in frequencies, and only a still mind can translate what it says. I trust the unseen laws of the universe more than I trust the opinions formed without study. The universe rewards patience with revelation and punishes haste with confusion. Nature does not rush, yet everything gets finished, and so it is with the mind that trusts its own process. Every great discovery begins as a whisper that only a patient mind is willing to follow. I have always believed genius is patience, dressed in the plain clothes of persistence. Of all things I have loved, I loved books best. They gave me a universe when the world gave me none. We crave new sensations only to grow indifferent to them, and the wonders of yesterday become the common sights of today. The stars do not perform for an audience, and neither should the work of a devoted mind.